Here's a quick overview of the new 145-19 repeater, currently under construction, as you can tell. Duplexers over here, and I've got the watt meter currently set up as a signal injection device so that I can measure the performance in actual repeater mode. Right now, hear a slight hiss. That is the receiver. I'm currently injecting a signal level of negative 100 dBm. That's the equivalent of about 2 microvolts of signal. So, for a bare receiver, that wouldn't be too great, but in the repeater configuration, we have the loss of the duplexers that has to be considered also. Now, this is where it gets kind of hairy. Whenever I ground this clip, that will cause it to go into transmit mode. You probably can, let me go ahead and click it off and on a couple of times. It's transmit, no transmit, transmit, no transmit. So you can see the noise level does increase slightly when we're transmitting. That's also normal. The repeater transmitter will always generate some noise, some broadband noise on the receive frequency. Now, one of the purposes of the duplexer is to eliminate as much as possible that noise. And once I get around to doing a final tune-up on the duplexers, we might be able to reduce that some. However, there's always going to be a little bit of noise present. And to give you some idea, just relatively speaking, how much noise that is, that would be a normal conversation level audio signal. That's approximately a 3 kHz deviation input signal at the negative 100 dB. That tells us a couple of things. First of all, that the duplexers are doing a fairly decent job. We're not getting a whole lot of noise being generated by the system itself. I scared myself earlier this evening by, whenever I first hooked this up, I had a pretty high noise level and a lot of bad crackle. I'm going to decrease the signal level here a little bit so you can. That's at a negative 110 dBm, negative 120 dBm. As you can hear, it's getting pretty noisy there. And at that point, that would be pretty much unusable. Still, for a repeater receiver, that's doing pretty well. Everything is functioning. As you can see, there is a lot of cleanup yet to be done, but I am very hopeful at this point that this is all going to work out well.